Thanks for tuning in to the Glossy Podcast. I'm your host, Jill Manoff, and today I sit down with Ohad Seroya, co-founder and creative director of the 6-year-old fashion brand Retrofête. With an Instagram bio that reads, "Welcome to the party," Retrofête is best known for its sexy statement and going out looks that have been worn by Taylor Swift and Paris Hilton. And that focus is working to fuel its growth. Retrofête has been hosting New York Fashion Week shows since September. It opened physical retail in late 2022, and it's expanded to categories including swimwear, shoes, and denim. So I wanted to ask Ohad about the brand's growth to date and plans from here. I also wanted to ask him how social media trends are impacting the business. I would think the Night Lux trend served Retrofête well. Welcome, Ohad.
Hi, Jean. Nice to meet you.
I'm so happy to meet you. Yes, you have an interesting story. I want to hear the whole darn thing. But tell me, you started this brand with a partner. This is a romantic partner as well.
My husband, my gorgeous husband, Aviad Clean. We are together for 17 years.
Wow.
Yes,
that's
for the
epic,
gays, it's like ancient. Then, we are together and he's an amazing partner. And I'm very lucky, we didn't even plan when we moved to New York to be a partner or something. Everything happened so organically with our life and everything. I always work in a fashion from very young age, from age of 16. Love fashion from, kids at like 12, 14, 13 years old, know about Dolce & Gabbana, about the house, about Dior. We're talking about, I'm 39 years old, so we're talking about long time ago, and was really starting, to discover the world from Vogue. And there was a TV channel called Runway. I don't know if you remember the fashion
I know
TV.
This. Yes,
it was and also to be honest, also as a gay guy, was great to see also the men's runways. It was like, but also love the woman. So I got 2 for 1, and really got addicted to fashion in a different level. Just as a kid, also discover my sexuality and pushing the boundaries of creating my own stuff. And wanted to go to the big city. I lived in a small town. It's an army town, very quiet, very low key. Great people, but it wasn't for me. So I was lucky and was able to get a job at the age of 16 in Diesel. Diesel back then, it did its comeback. But we're talking about the Diesel of the pickup of the fashion on the denim. And I got so lucky because I think this is the best experience. I also recommend to anyone in the fashion, go and work for a good brand on the floor. Dressing up people, doing the buying, be involved in the window, creating a relationship, understand how a fit actually look of a denim while I'm dressing up people. And, I'm very, I'm not just a salesperson. I really like communication and connection and relationship. Till today, I have people that they recognize me when I come to visit my parents and they call me Diesel, because it wasn't for me just a job. I really got addicted for every season. And then I start to work as a buyer for the company, but still being in the store. And then start to be very creative by, taking 2 Diesel pairs of jeans and combine them together, cut and bleach, and doing a lot of technique, just learning and coming to the Diesel stores because I want to look cooler than the people that buy now even Diesel.
Yes.
And people used to buy the stuff for me.
No doubt.
I just thought it's cool, just have a special technique of bleaching, of cutting, and learning like that, and experience taking a sweatpants with a denim, combine them together, something that today you will see in Seroya. We always have the mixed media, and it's something that it's what I did as a very young boy. And this is how I started to design, but didn't plan to be a designer. Then at the age of 21, I moved to Milan for 1 year. Thought that I'm going to be in the fashion world, and all the doors, in my face. Nobody wanted to hire me. Super fun.
Sure.
Because Milan today is one of our biggest market, and we're doing extremely well over there.
Nice.
So when I go there today, I'm proud because I see, in the best stores that I use as a kid that live in Milan, go there. So I try my luck in Italy. And I couldn't find a job. And I was an hairdresser and washing women's hair and doing massage. Just to get the money and, just do something. After 1 year, I came back to Israel and opened my boutique with a very low budget and just, start to roll over. Had a big dream and was not an easy place, to develop a business and in the fashion industry. And 5 years after, I came to my husband and I told him that I don't feel like I'm, how do I say it in a soft, I'm not feeling this is my place to discover myself and show my skills. I didn't come like that. I said, I just don't feel like it's for me. I want to do something bigger in fashion.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think this is the right word. And I got lucky because my husband actually believed in me because, many people said, what now? You're going to move to American? Sorry for the word. Who are you? You barely have a good English. You're like, okay, so you had some good taste. I'm like, and I just did it. I didn't listen to anyone. I worked for a company for 1 year, learned about the market, understood what to do, open a showroom because I came from a showroom before everything. Start to consult many brands, just be very involved as a showroom. You tell to the brand, we need this delivery, we need this collection, we need this color, we need this silhouette. Start to travel in the world, doing private label to many, many brands with their brand, but I will do the design. And just need a living. We didn't plan to be a designer, Retrofette, or like me, design and I want to be a designer. I never had this ambition. I just had the ambition to do stuff in fashion and to show what I'm able to do and help brands because I had a showroom and, as the sales are getting better, I'm making a better business. And then after 3 years, my husband saw how much the brand in the showroom has been grow so much. And then he pushed me and he said, let's open our own brand. And this is how Retrofette came.
Yes.
And I said no in the beginning, just to let you know. I'm keep saying to people and everyone asking, why did you say no?
Yes, I want to know.
I didn't want the responsibility of, you have to keep it up. And I was not prepared yet emotionally and mentally to make this move. When I said yes, I said, okay, let's take this train. Let's do it.
Off the Band-Aid, jump in, all the things.
Jump in. But I also told my husband, get ready because it's my way and I'm going to do it the way I feel like and I'm going to put all my stories now and everything, I have inside, it's going to be like a fireworks. And he said, just do it, just do it. And I was not afraid. I had the support and I had the courage to create this beautiful product, this beautiful sequence dresses. Again, it just organically, and it's not only my husband, it's amazing team that support. When I see designer that everyone give him so much credit, I'm like, it's not a one-man show. It's a fully great team that love you, that support you, that push you, that see your vision, that, it's not a village, it's a town. It's a town with a great people. I come and I'm so proud of my people because they make me be a better designer and a better person. And this is why Retrofette is such a beautiful brand.
Nice. We don't often have the creative side speaking on this podcast. First of all, your husband, he's more the business mind, yeah? And what was his background coming in?
My husband came from IT. And then he moved to finance. And when he came, he's always next to me. So fashion, he didn't have a choice to understand fashion and learn about fashion and see all the stuff I did in my past and from the first moment. So for him, it was very organically. So when we start, from home, building the showroom and the private label, I just had project that me, logistic-wise, I do not have the mindset to do it. I do not have the mindset to go to the factory, send them the PO, follow up on logistic, all the vendor setup, and all this big. For me, let me go, design, work on understand what the market needs, meet the buyer, and evolve the brand from this perspective. It took the other side that, without that, you can't have a brand. A brand, it's not only the design part that people always forget. They said, oh, are you the designer? I said, yeah, but it's more than just a design. It's a big house today.
Tell me about your role as the creative director. Like you were saying, you have a team of designers under you. Like you're overseeing all the creative that goes out across social, across every channel. Are you really setting the theme, the tone, the mood board, the direction? Are you signing off on every design that goes out? Like, how does it work?
Many people asking this question, and it's a great question to ask. So in the beginning, it was like 95% of my like completely total just to get the DNA. Of course, when the brand is growing, you have to hire designers to help you. I do bring, as a creative director, I come with the direction of the brand and where I see from trend point of view to silhouette to color, etc. Instagram, I have an amazing team, but I'm very involved. Like, I will go for a shoot day and I will give them the freedom because for me, it's very important. They express what they feel. If I don't feel it's a match for the company, it won't be uploaded. And it happened a few times with all my love, with the amazing work they are doing, that I said no. And it happened many times that I'm like screaming in a good way. I'm like, oh my God. But then when we do a shoot, I will have my 2 or 3 shots that I'm very involved in my own video that it's like, I don't know if you've seen the video that she's walking on the street with the cigarettes in New York in the red dress.
Oh,
there's a famous video I will send you. It's insane.
Yes.
And they were in a day shoot in a house for the holiday collection. I came. I thought, let's take the model outside. I want to like give her a cigarette. She was wearing this crazy dress. And I know the one, like just walk like you're in a runway in the street of New York. And it's a collaboration. And they get me and I get them and we work together and we have the same vision. Same as, when we design. I come, but I have a great team that, we have also from a logistic point of view, from sales point of view, from merchandise point of view, my CMO, that is one of my best friends. Like, we are like understanding each other. We work together because we are creating something beautiful, but we want also to create a product that people will buy and enjoy and remember and will create a great feeling and not just a product. It's more than that. There's a story where she's going, what she's wearing, where. Retrofête celebrate the best moment of your life. It's a wedding, it's a birthday, it's a celebration of New Year, it's a best vacation. It's literally, this is the brand DNA. When you need something special, you come into us and we're going to give you something special.
Oh my gosh. Well, having this brand that's for special occasions, first of all, no doubt a headache during the pandemic when everybody's locked down. Want to hear about that a little bit. But before we jump into that, you're designing for, you talked about the events, but she is confident. She's walking down the street with her cigarette. She is cool as all get out. She is a sexy thing. Am I describing her correctly? You're a shopper.
You are confident, sexy, I don't want to say our own, she have a great job. She know what she wants. She's like, she's a woman power. It's a woman world. 98% of our company are women. Nice. I'm addicted to women. I admire women. A woman that work, that win the money, that create our own, connection, energy. And she's not afraid to dress up. She's still elevated, but sexy. It's not a rude word. It's actually, she's confident. She can afford it.
Nice. Well, first of all, pre-pandemic, you guys, did you self-fund this business? Did financing come in? Were you working with investors?
No. One by one, me and my husband, we come from a very mid-class family. Like we start from home with a small wreck. I used to travel to London to do private label to many companies, sleeping on my friend couches. Like till today, they remind me, like you see, it's really start, we don't mind to sweat and get our hand dirty. And everyone that knows me from the industry, they know how we started from like one by step. It did grow a lot, but we still don't forget how we started.
Yes. And did you start, I would assume, direct to consumer, but you worked at a showroom. So did you immediately hook up with some great retailers? And where were you selling early on and going into the pandemic?
So when we launched Retrofête, and this is how we understood we had something amazing, we actually launched with Barney's. That Barney's wasn't my client before, just to be completely honest.
Fantastic.
And Forward. And they saw the potential of the brand. And they went crazy with the marketing. Like Forward, when they took the brand, they did a huge Ibiza trip with all the top influencers wearing Retrofête. This was already like, welcome to the party.
Oh, it's such a fit for Forward. Yeah.
Yes, and Forward, we are like so thankful for Becky, the buyer, that she's also a friend, but they believed in us, and we make sure not to disappoint them. If, bring in a new collection, be a great partner. It's not only the relationship that we count in, oh, she's my friend. No, I make sure that they are making a great business, and we love working with them, and we are lucky to have them. And, it's a win-win.
Yes. Well, I know that the Revolve company is scooping up brands. Are you in this for the long haul? Are you looking to sell the brand someday?
We have some people now coming and wondering. It's not something I can say yes or no. We are always looking for great opportunity to expand. We are expanding, but let's see what the future will bring. I'm always open, to hear people because I meet a lot of people. And we shall see.
Right on. Well, tell me about Fashion Week, September. Big leap, big investment. Why go there? Why is it important to, relevance for this in this day and age?
Well, good question. First of all, when we did our first runway show, I was a dancer as a kid. And I was also an hairdresser as a kid. And I did a lot of stuff, and I was like, it's kind of like, take it to the next level. From not thinking to be a designer to now doing a fashion show, God Lord, what will be the next thing that, will come to my life?
Yeah.
It was, we all thought like, how can we show to people the Retrofette world? It's the shoes, it's all the stuff, the bags, the vibe, the music, working with the DJ, working with the team. We really enjoy from this experience. I don't know if you've been in the last fashion show.
I was at September show. I think Jessica Stam walked. Anyway, I was like in awe. It was fantastic.
And now we did in the plaza that again, with the light and the color and the models, and Carolina Tartini opened the show and the air and the drama. And to see it after going viral on Instagram, that people, because I literally go and talk with the model and said, I need you to leave fire on the runway. I need you to be this girl that walking, and people are like, sorry, I don't know if I can say the word, the fuck she is. Like, wow.
Yes.
And if you go and see on TikTok, and we had a connection with the model. They felt the vibe. They sold the energy. It's not even about the clothing. It's an energy. In the moment she entered, you're like, ah. And the only thing that I'm so sad that I cannot be in the show and I'm behind the scene. People will never, people are like, I'm like crying, but I want this energy to feel what they feel, but I know that I do everything for them to understand who we are.
I mean, you're doing something right. We want to be her. You want to be her. We all want to be her. Why can't you walk the show? I'm going to put you I'm going to nominate you for your own show.
I don't know if you know also, before the show, we did something also that was so great. We had this idea to have like a bar before with the music, but all the idea, I'm sure you've been in a fashion show. When you go to a fashion show, for you to get the drink, it's like a nightmare. We made sure that we triple the bartender and the waiters. Nobody will wait for a drink. Everyone have a great drink, and the best drink, if it's lychee martini, spicy margarita, the way I go to bar and have my drink. And everyone will have a drink in their hand, and nobody need to feel like, excuse me, and it's a vibe, it's an energy. We care about the people. We care about everyone that come into our show, and we want them to understand that we think about them.
I mean, it's so brand, it fits the brand. You're wearing it to a party, your fashion show's a party. It makes good sense. Do you, social media, you talked about virality. Like, talk to me about, obviously the shows are a big marketing moment. Like, how do you think about social media on a day-to-day basis? What are you putting out there? How is what's happening on social media impacting the brand? It's kind of everything this day and age, yeah?
Yes, because, when we started the brand, we didn't even understood how the connection between Retrofette and Instagram was so like, it was yin and yang in a good way. It got really together. The brand was very sparkling, get a lot of great picture. Again, great moment. It's a birthday, it's a wedding. She's wearing the Gabrielle dress. She gets a great shine. She doesn't need to filter. If she's in the right light, everyone will see her. And it become like a hit. We become a social media brand in the beginning. We just want to make sure we're not becoming like a one-trick pony.
Yes.
And this was very important because we got so much attention on social. we keep evolving and, bring them something very emotional and unique that they are stopping. Now we did a shooting in Mexico and we went with the model to the water. I don't know if you saw the video. And the way she's like, it's something you need to see and understand. It's like, you want to see this video. You want to, oh my God, and yeah, we will always do something that connected to the people because this is our place to show who we are. If they come to the store or if they are in social media, I will make sure to surprise them and there's more surprise to come. And it's not like how we get more emotional or how they feel, how they said, oh my God, it's so your girl. And it's exactly what we want to do.
We'll be right back after this quick break. Nice. When you have that perfect video, those perfect images, where is it important to kind of spray them out? Like what channels are you investing in? Where are you advertising? How are you getting that in front of people?
So the advertising and all the marketing, I create, it's more my husband and we have a great team of marketing. I create the contact with my team and they are having more target marketing and target planning. We have a specific great market. We are really well known. It's New York, LA, and Miami. It's and Australia and Italy. So we are expanding over there. And yeah, I can't give you all the secrets.
No, but that's good to know. Global expansion. Very cool. So Australia, Italy, any other markets where you guys are hot or you're targeting?
We are targeting, the dream is Asia, to be completely honest with you. I'm really, it will take time. We know it's not taking a day, but now we are focusing on Europe. I was now in Paris and we are really expanding in the Europe market, working with agents, understanding their buying and their strategy. They are different than America. And yeah, we now going into the European market because after that, the Asia market will come.
Yes. Well, is this largely happening through international shipping on your website and also retail partners, kind of a collaborative effort?
Yes. So we have a warehouse in Europe. And as you said, we have a great partner in the UK. And we have also our own warehouse. So it's easy to manage the logistic. So yeah, it's exactly the two channels we are growing. And my dream is also to open a store in Paris or Milan. It's something that it will happen in 1 year, I'm guessing.
Yes. Oh, good. Where are you selling now in the States? Obviously not Barney's.
We are selling to Neiman Marcus, Saks.com, Bergdorf Goodman, Revolve and Forward, Bloomingdale's. I'm trying to think if I missed anyone else. I think we are with the top accounts. And, I have to be very honest, every account we work with them, it's such a great relationship. It's such a great partnership. And we are growing and growing. And yeah, we have the top retailer in the US. In UK, we work with Net-a-Porter, I'm sure you know. La Riscente in Italy, the department store, Gio Moratti. And we had now a lot of great interest from a top department store in the UK. When we're going to close the deal, I promise to let you know. But, I believe that till you don't close, you don't say, maybe we're going. No.
I agree. Don't count your chickens. No, but what are your thoughts about direct sales and the importance of bumping up that percentage being direct through your own channels? Is that important right now?
We were really lucky and very smart to do it during the pandemic. To be honest, I think this is what gives to the Retrofette the DNA of, what we need. While you work with other retailers, they can shift your image and your vision of the brand because they are creating their own demand, their own client, and they are requesting from you, this is what our client want, and you need to provide them because you have to bring sales for the company. What happened in Retrofette, that, with my amazing team, we were able to analyze who is the Retrofette girl and bring her what she wants. While many other stores, I don't know if you know what happened in the past 2 years, are closing and don't pay to the vendors. Something that something that people don't talk about, that I know many of my friends in the fashion industry had to close their business or had to fire 50% of their team because they trust to work with, don't want to mention name, but they work with big names of stores, and they just didn't pay them and they closed because they wanted to be over there. And they still shift their brand to their own vision. We were focusing on the direct to consumer, understood the potential, give them a great, experience, and really expand like in a numbers that you cannot even imagine how well we are doing. Now we are focusing on a wholesale partner and give them with our knowledge and with our reading and understand who is the Retrofette girl, telling them this is what you should buy. This is what she's looking for in you. And it's actually give us more confidence to come, hey, we sold 1,000 units from this dress. You should also buy it because it will make a great business. So we come to them from a business perspective because we have the information and we have all the database from our D2C.
You've got the control there. That's really the way to do it. I would definitely what I'm hearing is working for brands. You opened a store, I thought launched as a pop-up in late 2022. Is it a permanent location? Is it still there? What's happening in Soho?
Wait, did you visit in the store?
No, I haven't been there yet. I got to hear all about it and kind of your approach. Is it more than just clothes? What's your approach?
Listen, I really believe that things are happening the way they should happen. So we wanted to open a store. Me and my husband went to see a store and so I didn't feel the store, the location. Then we said we're going to do a pop-up and then we found this store that we didn't know the location is that good, to be completely honest with you. We are still so we did a pop-up and the pop-up did extremely well.
Amazing.
And then we did a sample sale. And a funny thing that, my parents were in the city and, they are not a fashion people. So for them, everything is still what he's doing. And we went to the store and there was a line of 400 people to the sample sale. I have the video. First of all, I cried like a baby. I bought a croissant to everyone on the line and I gave them the cookies because I'm like, dude, this is insane. And my father didn't even believe and realize people are waiting in the line to buy your product. How thankful and appreciate for people, doing it. And then we realized that we should really have our own store. And, I go to the store, I'm trying to go every 2 weeks and on the weekend and walk sometime with client and just to see all the collection spread out. I always call to my CMO and my head of merchandise. I'm like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. We're doing because you don't see the product when you ship. See the product when you walk. And listen, it's experience and we make sure that the store is experience. We're going to renovate it in 3 weeks so she would look even more beautiful. And it's great to see that people come and buy your product and love the product and come with a picture of the style. I want the Mish dress. I want the Gabrielle. I want the Eda jacket. Do you have this? I'm like, wow, guys. I'm like, people cool. know the product. So you can tell I'm very emotional about that.
I love it. And I also your passion for what you do, even from a young age, when you were saying you worked at Diesel and in the store and you came home and people called you Diesel, how you live and breathe the brand. I'm sure it's a challenge this day and age to find people who are equally as passionate in terms of working in your store. Tell me about how you find the right people to represent the brand for you.
So I'm actually the one to do the training to the store.
Oh, great. Oh, wow.
Because I came from a retail, I can't. And I try to explain them, how much is important for them. It's not only a job. Take this job very seriously. Be a great person, no matter who is entering to the door. If it's a 5 years old, if it's a guy, if it's a woman, if it's a giraffe, whatever, you're being very kind and nice because you don't know who they are and what they want. And just be and give them a good feeling. I'm a shopper. But, sometimes I like to dress very casual and I go to these stores and the way they treat you and the way they look at you, why should I spend my money? It doesn't work like that. I will spend my money in a place that I feel that I get a smile and then tell me, if you need help, let me know. And if not, next time I will know that I feel comfortable to shop in the store. And it's very important in our store that everyone are coming, are welcome to the party and welcome to feel at home. And you can also browse and we can be nice and we can be respectful because we are entering you to our home and to our life. And you don't have to shop, but just have a smile and say hi and be kind to each other.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that's the easiest advice that any shop owner should tell their employees. Welcome people with a smile, say you're there if you need anything and let them do their thing. That's what people want. That you very rarely get that.
And people are asking why retail is doing so bad. I'm like, did you check, all the big companies, all the big, did you go and send somebody to check how they treat people? Did you ever go to a store? I'm not going to did you guys really see how people are acting? If somebody will be just nice and take my phone number and tell me if you need something, I'm here for you. He got me. That's it.
I so agree. I'm with you. Amazing. Did having the store kind of prompt some of your category expansion? Because I would think having the full look head to toe within a store is really compelling to a shopper and you as somebody just walking the store. Did that have anything to do with it? And where are you in terms of the cadence of new categories?
So we launched in the spring the shoes. And again, was a big success. They love the shoes. And I'm like,
they're sexy shoes.
They are sexy shoes, but we made also the mules. We were very smart with my team to take the denim factory and the denim shoe and combine them together. And we made this beautiful denim wash shoes that nobody is doing denim wash. You can't do denim wash on a shoes. It's very complicated. So, we kind of collaborate and mix technique. And the categories are growing. We have bags, handbags, we have accessories, we have shoes. We have denim that, it's been for a long time. We have vacation. We just we have the fully world today in a very retrofit way. We're not just doing a product. We really think, okay, this is sitting on the retrofit world. And the store, just give another push up because it's much more easy to see a shoe in the store than online.
Yes, no doubt. What does growth look like from here? International and also more stores in the States?
Yes. So we, finished the renovation. And then I think in 1 year, I open that we're going to open in specific market that we feel like there's a great opportunities for us. But we still want to take it slow this year. The brand has been growing a lot and it's doing amazing. We have also Seroya, the other brand that also doing great.
I have to talk about that quickly. Hold up. So you launched another brand mid-pandemic, 2020, 2021, Seroya. It's more, am I correct? It's younger, a little more casual. It's the day look, Retrofette's night look, yeah?
The day look, day to night, easy, sharp price point, great quality. It's just, what you need in your closet day to day. You want to you want to go to the office, you want to go to, it's very easy. And this was all the idea. I opened it during the pandemic that everyone thought that I lost my mind. But I decided to do it. It's my last name. I just divided between three, Seroya. And again, things are happening the way they should happen. The brand is doing extremely well. We are selling Seroya product in the Retrofette store. It's a sister brand. Yes. And it's doing extremely well. Again, we have a great partner and a great team. It's another product that I'm obsessed. It's also men's. I did some men's, so I have something for me to wear.
Nice. Will Retrofette ever launch men's?
I don't think so. I think it will launch maybe more Gen Z unisex vibe. I did to Maluma one time a jacket of Retrofette, especially, and many people ask us. So maybe, but it's not something, We're going to expand other categories that we have much more opportunities for us than men's.
Yes. So you have a proven business model with Retrofette and with Seroya, it's maybe copy paste. Was there anything really that didn't work for this brand or that maybe surprised you when it came to launching a second?
I don't think it's a copy paste. It's a different, it's a different program. We had to change some strategy and go in a different place. The website looked completely different. The product is completely, the end use of the girl of Seroya, she is different. It's more the girl in the office when they come to the office. So we had to learn our needs than the girl that going to a party. The volume is different because, the girl that buying a shirt or a denim or just I don't want to say the word basic, but a nice linen shirt, it's not the girl that buying embroidery dresses. So it's a completely different strategy and understand our mindset and thinking about the other girl.
Yes. Are the same team members able to work on both in-house?
So it's not the same team member. The design team are completely different. Only the head of the designer, I can give you a little gossip over here.
Yes,
you
please.
need some gossip. We need something,
I need this.
So the head of design of Seroya got promoted to be the head of design of the two brands.
Oh, wow. This is new.
Yes. This happened during the fall runway.
Oh, nice. Okay, well, that's exciting. Interesting.
Yeah, she's insane. She's like a different level of like, we had a great team before, but because we are growing and we're evolving, you need to make a lot of moves. And this is the challenge as a growing company. It's not always easy that, people that build with you, the company sometimes have to push to the side because you need to bring people with more experience to take you to the next level. And she took Seroya to the next level, and we decided also to put her as the head of the two brands. And the rest of the team are divided. Marketing, it's the same team. Sales team, it's also kind of divided. And yeah.
And maybe that'll free up some of your headspace to launch a third brand.
No. Not going to happen. I have also the showroom, I have in the showroom 7 brands that we are very responsible. Like, it's not like just to have the brand and we put them on the rack. Like we work with them very closely. People say, how do you have time? We found the time. So we are involved in the design of the brands, on the marketing of everything. So we are no more brands.
Right on. Well, you talked about the challenge, growing pains when it comes to the talent in-house. What else is challenging you and kind of weighing on your mind?
Every day it's a challenge. Every day there's something. When you decide to be a business owner and when your company is growing, the challenges are just coming. I think first and foremost, it's know how to adjust and accept the challenges and not take it too hard. We are human beings. We don't save line. We don't save life. We are creating beautiful clothing. So I think this is the challenge, how not to take things out, how to solve them, how to create a good energy between you and your team to understand that you need to be a boss, but you need also to be a friend. And this is something that, I always try to, I'm very strict when I feel like something, but I also love my team so much. And it's always like, I don't want, so same with my husband, he's my partner, but when I feel like need to do the cut and being more aggressive, you have to be more aggressive.
Gotta lay down the law sometimes.
Yes. So this is the challenge. How you being always in a balance between being a boss, friend, creative director, bring your vision, understand, because sometimes people agree or disagree. So I think it's everyday a challenge. The main challenge is to accept the challenge and love them and, keep going.
Yes. What have you learned about all of the influencers and great celebrities that have worn your brand, like the power of who drives sales, or what does that do for a brand, and where have you seen some good luck?
When we started with the brand, 1 month after, Gwyneth Paltrow was wearing the brand. Again, something that happened very organically and it's such and I also get excited, and I always say to people, not only from celebrity wearing, when I walk on the street and I see somebody wearing my stuff, I run after him. It's taking them time to understand my accent. When I say I'm the designer, they're like, what?
I swear, I swear.
And it's a girl, so she thinks that I'm trying to get her number.
I would.
So, this is my story every day. I was in Ibiza and a girl was wearing in the party and the girl was thinking that I'm hitting with her. And I'm like, no, this is my dress and you are wearing it. And I just want to tell you, you look amazing. So
likely story.
It's amazing. But, very lucky with the celebrity. I'm happy that they love the product and the stylist. We're going to make sure they have amazing product to wear, for their shows or to their premiere. And again, we are creating a beautiful product, and we are lucky and blessed to have the celebrity wearing it. And it did impact the sales, but it wasn't it's different today. It's not I think it's different. I don't think it's what it used to be 5 years ago. If a celebrity will wear something, it will sell out in a minute. Not today. We sell out anyway if the product is great. If the product is good, we are selling out. With a celebrity or without a celebrity.
I love that.
Completely honest with you. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, is sexy always going to be in? Do you look at trends and what's happening and everybody's doing minimalist now and what do we do? Do you even respond to that?
Of course, love to respond. A big challenge, and you can see already in the collection in fall, we did give a little more, more soft in the more minimalist, but in a retrofit way. We did it also in summer. We already understand the shift of the market that they want more simple and a city vacation girl. It's a big trend, when she go to the city and she wear this, but then she can go to vacation with that. We are thinking and analyze what you need. We are not a blind. When I travel the world and if I show you my phone, we are literally taking screenshot of people because you need to understand the people. You can live in your design house and see. I was now in Rome and I literally walking on the street as a tourist, something that I do not like, but just see the girls, what they are wearing and understand their end use and how they're like, how the small bag, how is the linen shirt, how is the pants, how she is easy to merchandise with what the designer accessories are doing now. So we are always very on top of the trend report, and we are also trying to be a part of the trend and not just follow the trend, but bring our own trend.
Yes, makes good sense to me. I'm taking up so much of your time. Just tell me what's next for the brand. Tell me who you are excited to dress.
What is next to the brand? Working on 2 collections at the same time. Holiday looks insane. Doing some, I can't tell you, but doing some costume to big celebrities. So I'm very happy. Like, one big wedding, you will see. But I can.
Oh, and bridal.
Yeah, we are with 1 for 2 big singers. We're doing something cool for them. And, always there's something. Travel the world. I just came back from Milan, Padova, and Paris, meet the buyer. And summer is coming. Like, I'm going to get tan. I'm going to go to the beach.
You're fabulous. Those girls should wish you're trying to track them down. Anyway. Take me to Milan. Oh, Ohad. Okay, anyway. Oh my God, this is
I'm blushing.
This is so fun. I'm so glad we got the chance to catch up. I've been watching the brand and loving the brand. And like I said, loved the show. So you're doing all the right things. Wish you all the best from here.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Jill,
thank
it was nice to meet you. And next time we meet in person.
Oh, yes, please. That sounds amazing. Yay.
Have
Thanks
a great,
for being
great
here.
week.
You too.
Have a great summer. Thank you so much.
You too. That's all for this episode. Our theme music is by Otis McDonald. If you liked this episode, be sure to share it with someone else you think would. Thanks for listening to the Glossy Podcast.